You know, sometimes the hardest love stories are the ones nobody ever hears about. The ones that unfold quietly, tucked away in the corners of everyday life, where no one is watching and no one is cheering. They don't have grand declarations or movie-worthy endings. No fireworks, no dramatic music, just real people, real feelings, and a lot of unspoken words. They're quiet, hidden, like Angel's story. A story that lived in the shadows, never asking for attention, but aching to be told. Angel was 18, but you'd swear she was older. Responsibility just made her grow up fast. She carried the weight of her family on her shoulders, and it showed in her eyes. Every morning she'd wake up before sunrise, sweep those endless marble floors, and hum little songs under her breath, her own secret escape from a world that wasn't really hers. Those songs were her armor, her way of holding on to hope. But then there was Jacob, the one person who made her pause, who made her heart skip in the middle of her routine. Jacob Del Rosario, same age as Angel, but his life? Totally different. Rich family, fancy house, all that. He had everything she didn't, and yet he never acted like he was above her. But what really got Angel was his kindness. The way he'd help her with the laundry, like it was no big deal. He never made her feel small, never treated her like she was invisible. The way he'd crack a dumb joke just to see her smile, even when she was tired out of her mind. Sometimes that smile was the only bright spot in her day. To him, maybe it was just being nice, but to her, it was like finally being seen. Like someone had noticed the real her beneath all the chores and the silence. Slowly and honestly, unintentionally, Angel fell for him. Not the fairy tale kind of falling, just quietly, gently, the kind of love that grows in the spaces between words, in the glances that linger a little too long. Because Jacob was the first person who made her feel like she actually mattered. Like she was more than just a background character in someone else's story. One afternoon, when the sky was turning gold, Angel did the bravest thing she'd ever done. She told Jacob the truth. Her heart was pounding, but she knew she had to say it. Just a whisper. Jacob, I like you, more than I should. Her voice trembled, but her eyes were steady. He was quiet for a second. Then he just shook his head. Angel, you're amazing, but you know my family. Our worlds are too different. It wouldn't work. His words were soft, but they cut deep. That was it. No yelling, no fighting, just silence. That kind of silence that feels heavy, like it could crush you. The kind that lingers long after the words have faded. After that, things changed. Jacob left for college, found someone new, someone who fit into his life the way Angel never could, someone who made sense to everyone but her. There were photos, smiling, perfect, everything his family wanted. It was like watching a dream she could never touch. Angel saw those photos once, and yeah, it broke her. But she kept going, working, saving little by little, hoping maybe, one day, she could build her own future. She learned to hold her pain quietly, turning it into strength. At night, she'd lie in bed and wonder what it would have felt like if things were different. She remembered his laugh, his kindness, the way he made her feel awake when the world felt heavy. Those memories became her comfort, even as they stung. But she never blamed him. She understood that sometimes, love just isn't enough to bridge the gap between two worlds. She realized love isn't always about getting something back. Sometimes, it's just something you carry quietly, like a tiny light that never really goes out. It's a gentle warmth, a secret hope that stays with you even when everything else changes. Jacob was happy. And Angel, she loved him still, in silence, in secret, in those quiet spaces of her heart where only she could feel the echo of what almost was. And in that silence she found her own kind of peace.
sunrise, bare feet on the cold tile floor. 18 but already fighting battles life had stacked before. Silver trays and folded linens, dusting frames along the stairs. But every time she hears him laughing, suddenly she forgets her cares. He walks by her with jokes that warm her, smiling like he sees her soul. In a house too big and quiet, he's the fire that makes her whole. She didn't mean to fall this deep, didn't mean to lose her sleep, but Jacob's eyes felt like a place where broken hearts could heal with grace. But he's living in a world she'll never reach, golden skies where she can't even dream. Still she keeps him in her heart, even though they're far apart. 'Cause some love never finds a place to shine, so she loves him. She loves him inside. Later one afternoon she found him, sunset painted gold on stone. Hands were shaking, heart was racing, finally brave, no longer alone. Jacob, she whispered, barely breathing, I've tried so hard but can't pretend. I've fallen for you in the mornings, in your laughter, in the way you've been. He looked at her with gentle sorrow, like a storm he wished he could stop. Angel, we come from different stories, and love like this is too hard to top. He brushed away her falling tears, held her close despite her fears. But truth is truth, and lines were drawn. They both knew he would soon be gone. 'Cause he's living in a world she'll never reach, golden skies where she can't even dream. Still she keeps him in her heart, even though they're far apart. 'Cause some love never finds a place to shine, so she loves him. She loves him in silence. Now he's miles away in a different city, walking streets she's only seen in movies. He found someone new who fits the puzzle, someone living in the life he chooses. Angel smiles when she hears about him, even when her chest feels tight. She whispers prayers into her pillow, hoping he sleeps peacefully at night. She works hard sweeping floors and hallways, saving coins inside a jar, dreaming someday she'll be studying, building a future of her own, still loving him from afar. She knows he's happy where he is, and she won't ever wish for less. But love doesn't end just because it can't be returned or blessed. In silence, in silence, 'cause he's living